Now look here, we need to get some things straight on this AV nonsense. People are saying that AV is in some way a better system than first past the post, but you cannot get a better system than first past the post. It's quite simple and quite obvious that first past the post is the best system. Now X. Now, if I had my way, the name of the campaign against AV would be called "You Know Where You Are" with an X. An X. Everybody understands an X. It goes back to the old days of convicts and that sort of thing, and slavery. Everybody knows where they are. It's the kind of thing that made Britain what it is. And what is it? Well, a great nation. A great nation because of the X. And I think it's important that we retain the X. Everybody knows where they are. And 1, 2, 3, oh, good Lord. Standards of education these days. Nobody understands 1, 2, 3. Nobody can count these days. And you'd be disenfranchising people if you went on 1, 2, 3. So that's simple. And on the number two, this business of winning. People know where they are with winning. You have a race, you have a horse race, the leading horse wins. Quite simple. You have a sprint, and the racer who breaks the tape wins. Simple. People understand this. None of this namby-pamby, smoke-filled rooms, totting up and totting down, and God knows what. God only knows the jiggery-pokery that goes on behind the scenes with these AV counts. For goodness sake, we know where we are. Somebody wins. That's it. That's it. And number three, this business of trying to keep everybody on board. I tell you, you cannot do it. You cannot do it, I tell you. Margaret Thatcher, she knew where we stood. You cannot keep everybody on board. You cannot please everyone. You have to go with the winner. And stay with the winner and not mess about and namby-pamby around with focus groups saying, well, who do you think would have come second and all that sort of nonsense. Forget it. And thirdly, and I know that was 3 as well, but I've been told by my media handlers that I must stick to 3. So that was 3A and this is 3B. I think the title of the No to AV campaign, and I ring them on a daily basis to berate them about this, but they won't do anything, so I'm taking to your tube to get my point over. I think the title of the campaign No to AV should be Focus on Fiji. Now the Fijians have got it right. They've got a Union Jack on their flag still, and they know where they are, and they're abandoning AV quite rightly. I think they had a president a few years ago for 5 minutes, but then he went off to an island to retire. Was gently persuaded by a general. Then they had a president for a small time, perhaps. I think they had a prime minister. Then he was locked up. Then they had some fellow, and now they've got a Bananarama in charge. General Bananarama, not the group, although it's a pleasant thought. Anyway, focus on Fiji, keep it simple. You know where you are with an X.